Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take time to welcome you to the 2022 Grandview School Commencement Ceremony. At this time, I would like to request that everyone take a few minutes or a few moments to turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices which could cause a disruption during the ceremony. I also would ask everyone to be respectful for our graduates during the ceremony. This ceremony is the accumulation of years of work and study for all the graduates. Graduates that place in the top 10% of their class will be recognized by the wearing of blue and yellow honor cords and a medal. Those students are all seated at the front of the auditorium. Please, as our graduates enter, we ask that you refrain from trying to get their attention so they know where you are. The graduates know their families are here, are present, and they don't need the distractions from the dignified ceremony of individual names to be shouted out while the graduates are entering. We ask that everyone please remain seated throughout the ceremony, including the processional. Again, thank you for being here to show your support of our graduates. gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2022. Please rise as the chamber choir, under the direction of Mr. Ian Hartung, sings our national anthem. Graduates, you may sit. It is now my pleasure to acknowledge our C4 school board members, cabinet members, and the superintendent of schools. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until everyone is introduced so we can recognize everyone at once. Ms. Monica Terry, Board President. Ms. Dawn Foy, Board Vice President. Mr. Joshua Hill, Board Member. Ms. Cara Wardlow, Board Member. Ms. Stacy Wright, Board Member. Dr. Kenny Rodriguez, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Joanna King, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Stephanie Amaya, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources. Dr. Royce Powson, Assistant Superintendent of Operations and Finance. I would also like to acknowledge Ms. Margaret Arthur, Interim Principal of CARE. Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening, class of 2022, Grandview High School staff and CARE. We are honored to have the presence of your parents, guardians, and families and loved ones here tonight. Thank you, families, for investing in your students and bringing them to this momentous occasion. Class of 2022, let's give them a round of applause. While thinking about tonight and the class of 2022, I couldn't help but think about seeds. Seeds are one of my favorite analogies to tie to life lessons. In fact, here's a quick lesson. How many seeds are in a typical apple? 5 to 7 seeds, typically. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. Now think about this. How many apples are in a seed? The answer is unknown. Once a seed is planted and grows, we never know how much fruit will produce. How do seeds tie into the class of 2022? In looking at this class, I see individuals with a variety of seeds planted in your lives. The seeds have been watered and fed and have grown over time. Walk with me down memory lane. Nearly 20 years ago, you were thrust into this world full of promises and opportunities, and yes, even heartaches. Your parents, guardians, and loved ones, they planted seeds of hope, determination, and grit. These individuals believed in you before you could even believe in yourself. And here you are today. Over time, and as the seasons of your life changed, you produced fruit and you grew. During each season, you were planted into bigger and bigger pots, so to speak. You experienced nearly 13 years of school. You practiced and learned to read, to write, and to think critically. You've had some laughter and tears. You've had successes and failures. You've even faced a worldwide storm with lots of wind and waves called COVID-19. COVID-19 nearly pushed you to the breaking point, but you fought through. The times you wanted to give up or almost give up, you found strength to get up again and again and again. You became stronger and resilient. You weathered the storm and you continued to grow. Look to your left and look to your right, students. You've grown and developed into amazing young adults. There's evidence of fruit from all the planted seeds in your life, and it's time again, time for a bigger pot. It's time to make room in your life for additional seeds to produce. So tonight, you are being transplanted into a new pot, into a new season as a young adult. You'll continue to learn and grow in life. You'll face more challenges, but your foundation is strong. Never forget, you are equipped. You have the tools needed to be successful. Only time will tell the amount of the fruit that the seeds of this class, the class of 2022, will produce. Thank you. At this time, I would like to again present the Grandview High School Chamber Choir under the direction of Ian Harton for their performance of the Grandview High School alma mater.
Joy.
is now my pleasure to introduce the Grandview C4 Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kenny Rodriguez.
Good evening. I'd definitely like to welcome all of our special guests on the stage behind me and members of the school board, distinguished faculty amongst us, staff, parents, family members, and of course all the friends and loved ones who have made this day possible for all of our graduates. I celebrate your accomplishments and I am honored to be speaking here as your superintendent. To the parents and loved ones and family members in the audience tonight, and even those that may not be able to join us this evening, thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your lives to make education a priority in your students' lives. Thank you for encouraging them when they needed it, for being creative with maybe how you had to wake them up in the morning to try to get them to school on time. Thank you for not only being a guiding force in their lives, but at times over the past 2 years, even being their teacher. This has been a long road for each of you as well. Thank you for partnering with us throughout your child's education. It's been an honor to educate your children. To the faculty and staff, definitely thank you is not ever enough. You take time each and every day to make a difference in the student lives. This year, going above and beyond has once again taken on a whole new meaning. In the midst of continued uncertainty, you continue to do what you do best. You take care of our students. You've shown an additional level of dedication to the lives of our students to ensure they would be sitting here today. Throughout all the highs and the lows of this past year, I hope you can reflect and realize that it was all worth it, so you can sit here on a day like today and celebrate our students' accomplishments. To the graduating class of 2022. Wow, you've had quite the high school experience. Your sophomore year, we did something that we never thought we would ever see. We closed our schools. It was the longest period of time that anybody in education has ever gone without being around students. The beginning and unfortunately most of your junior year was spent doing virtual learning as we began to transition students back into our schools. The past 2 years have left a mark on all of our lives that will last a lifetime. But as all of you now have just completed a moment and a monumental step in your lives by graduating from high school, let's think of this as maybe another lesson from your teachers. What did you learn? What did you learn from this event over the last 2 years that will stay with you for the rest of your lives? During this time, all of you exhibited true resiliency. Resiliency is the ability to overcome challenges of all kinds, trauma, tragedy, personal crises, sometimes just life's problems, and to bounce back stronger, wiser, and more powerful. It's important because this is what we need to do when we face with life's inevitable difficulties. There will be times in your life that you will face these challenges, and I hope that you will remember this moment and that all of you were able to accomplish something in spite of what happened to all of us during the pandemic. Life itself can at times feel overwhelming. There will be times where you feel like these problems are the reasons why you cannot succeed. Abraham Lincoln once said, "The best way to predict your future is to create it. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Go out and create your own path." All of us have challenges and reasons to not succeed, but you have a chance to turn those around and show everyone what you are truly capable of, to show everyone just how resilient you truly are. I hope you remember how important true family is and the impact that they make in your lives. For some of you, your family may not even be blood relatives, but rather your inner core of friends. This group might mean a little bit more to you today. Take advantage of every family opportunity that you have. All of us have a limited time here on earth, and I hope you'll take advantage of every day. You are about to be immersed in a country that continues to be very polarized on many issues and lacks a sense of trust in each other. Will you seek out the truth through careful research like you were forced to do in high school? Or will you just believe the Twitter and Instagram quotes that you read? We must rebuild trust in each other and find out what is possible in this country through honest and open dialogue. Only 13% of millennials say that America is the greatest country in the world, compared to 45% of members of the previous generation. But this is your time. This is now your country. What do you want from it? And how do you want it to look? You have the ability to change this country for the better. You must look past all the negatives, change your mindset, and realize that you have the opportunity to seize your future and the future of this country. Will you take advantage of it, or will you let it pass you by? Will you cast your vote in elections to help determine the future of this country? Will you take time to invest in your community and the lives of others as your family members and the Grandview educators have invested in you? Will you put more love out into the world than hate? You have everything at your fingertips that you need to be successful, more than any other generation that came before you. Will you take advantage of it, or will you let it slip by? I would tell you the same thing I told last year's graduation class. You were chosen. You were chosen to go through this at this exact moment in time. It may not feel like that and that this is a positive, but you have an opportunity to change that. Helen Keller once said, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved." Class of 2022, you have been forced to experience a lot of trials and suffering over the course of your high school career. You will not be defined by what has transpired during this time, but how you choose to respond to it. I challenge all of you to rise above the stressful and horrific things that you have seen and that we have all lived through, and show the world we have known all along that you are bulldogs and that you can build the future that you want to see. The fight to build that future will never be easy, but it will always be worth it. I hope that you'll take advantage of all that you have learned throughout your K-12 career. Create your future with more purpose, vision, energy, and hope than those that came before you. 2022, as your superintendent, I know that I was a hero on your snow days and a villain whenever we were open when it was 0 degrees outside. Still, I want to thank you for your leadership, for your patience, for your resilience, and for all the Twitter followers. I really appreciate that. I hope you remember that you will always have the support of your superintendent, the Grandview C4 family, and that you will always be a bulldog. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you very, very much.
I would now like to introduce to you the class of 2022 elected speaker, Luke Foster.
The great football coach Vince Lombardi once said, "Individual commitment to a group effort. That is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work." We are all individuals, different callings, different lifestyles, different choices. The choices we make and how we respond to each dilemma are varied and are what exhibits our uniqueness. Take a quilt, for instance. Each square is different. It varies in pattern and in color. None of the sections are the same. Let's imagine for a moment that a quilt is the Grandview graduating class of 2022, and each of the sections are individuals. One section is our valedictorian. Another section, our star athlete. Another one is our class president. Another is the student struggling with their grades. Another one is the individual who comes from a broken home. Another is the one who works a job to help provide for their family. Some of the sections in the quilt are more intricate than others, and some are a little bit more worn than their counterparts. However, every square, no matter how small the details are on it, is what makes it appealing to look at. The point is, we are all different, yet we come together to make something beautiful. Never take for granted what you have been called to do. What you are made to do is just as important as whatever anybody else is made to do. Just because you don't have a stage to share your life or your name in lights does not mean that you are any less important than the person who everyone knows. You are all so very important to not just the future of our world, but to our present. Too often we are told that we are the future of America. I believe that we are the now of America. We are a part of a generation that this world has never seen before, with incredible skill sets that will take us as far as we allow them to. 1 Corinthians says, "Now if the foot should say, 'Because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body,' it would not for that reason stop being a part of the body." All of you have your own strengths, and that is what makes this graduating class phenomenal. If every single one of us was good at one thing, then sure, we'd be known for that. But where would that ultimately get us? We are a part of a whole, and I encourage all of you to pursue and cultivate your strengths in order to make a beautiful creation that is binded together as a whole. As we let these words marinate in our minds, now, it is time for everybody's favorite part of the graduation speech, your final joke of the day. Why don't some people like graduation? There's just too much name calling. Thanks, guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your life.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you Grandview High School Salutatorian for 2022, Ashley Nunez. Ashley is the daughter of Elizabeth Nunez and Randall Wise. In the fall, Ashley will attend the University of Missouri at Kansas City to pursue a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Dance and a Bachelor's of Business. Ashley was awarded UMKC's Rue Tier 1 Award, the Conservatory Merit Scholarship, and the Floyd Newman Fine Arts Scholarship. Ashley is a member of the National Honor Society, was active in Student Council, and is the Class of 2022 Senior Class Secretary. Outside of the school, Ashley has danced at the Pulse Performing Arts Center for 12 years. Please welcome this year's salutatorian, Ashley Nunez. Can you grab your hair?
We arrived here 4 years ago, but it seems like just yesterday we were only clueless and immature freshmen entering high school. We were clueless about our education, the people we would meet, the memories we would make, and the events that would change our world. Entering high school, I bet your expectations were quite different from what resulted. Yet through these 4 very significant years of our teenage lives, we accepted it, and we made the very best of it. These 4 years went by so very fast. The people we've met, the memories made, and the lessons learned hit us so quickly, yet they will stick with us for eternity. After all we as a class have been through, we endured, we persevered, and at last, we conquered all the troubles and faults of these past 2 years. But now, in this present moment, we can breathe and take in all that we have accomplished, appreciate the time we have all spent together at DHS, and lastly, take in these last few moments before we are immersed into the next thrilling era of our lives. On my last day of high school, I thought back to my freshman year. I was wide-eyed, quiet, and anticipating success in some form of my high school career. If you were to tell my freshman self that I would be second in my class, she would probably not believed it. This did not seem achievable, yet all of the hard work paid off, and here I am. I know my freshman self would have been extremely proud of what I have achieved. Therefore, I hope your freshman selves will be proud of what you have accomplished, where you are at this very moment, and who you've become throughout these 4 years as well. I hope they are proud of the victories you athletes scored, proud of all the successful choir, theater, and band performances, proud of their academic success, proud of themselves for making it through a 1.5 years of tedious online classes, proud of themselves for finding their identity and finally evolving into their now true selves, proud of themselves for growing and maturing, and lastly, just being proud of standing here today amongst all their peers while experiencing this key moment of their lives. I hope when you look back and reflect on every little moment that led up to this day, you will see how every last bit of effort, time, and energy was put into good use to be able to proudly stand here today and rejoice in the successes and victories. I hope you're proud of where you're about to head in life too. I like how Kerry Washington sums it up. Your life is your story, and an adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your purpose and potential. What we have learned in high school has made us who we are and who we will be when we enter the real world. Every second, every minute, and every hour spent at GHS have all been influential, using all the lessons, experiences, and memories to fabricate the very next chapter of our lives. No matter which path you take next in life, whether traditional or not, we all have endless possibilities of succeeding. We have the whole world at our fingertips now, to create and do something phenomenal. So may we all meet again in our future successes, creating beautiful lives for ourselves that are well-deserved. As we wait to walk down this stage and officially graduate, remember that this is not the end, it is only the beginning.
It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Grandview High School's valedictorian for 2022, Lillian Foster. Lillian is the daughter of Shelley and Robert Foster. In the fall, Lillian will be attending the University of Missouri, where she will pursue a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. Lillian was awarded Mizzou's Chancellor Award, the AP Scholar Award, and the President's Award for Achievement and Excellence. Lillian is a member of the National Honor Society, is the class of 2022's Communication Officer, serves as Summit Tech Ambassador, and is the president of her church youth group. Lillian was recognized with an academic letter from Summit Tech, as well as receiving an academic letter all 4 years at Grandview. Please welcome this year's valedictorian, Lillian Foster.
No one ever really knows exactly what the next step in their lives will be. It's impossible to infer what will happen next or exactly how everything will transpire. Our entrance into high school was no exception. Of course, we imagined what our high school experience would be like based on our middle school tours and half-day of freshman orientation, but in reality, we had no idea what lessons we would learn, what challenges we would face, what relationships we would build, or what lifelong memories we would form. As we now reflect on our 14-year-old more naive selves, I'm confident that we can all admit that we are shocked by the way that everything played out. Right away, freshman year brought its own unique challenges. We learned what it was like to really be in high school. We were getting to know our new environment, meeting new people, joining new clubs, and adapting to an entirely new set of academic standards. As we entered our sophomore year, we were prepared to take this freshman year experience and apply it to whatever was coming next. What we anticipated, however, was really no comparison to what we actually experienced: a pandemic. In this chapter of our class's story, I find it difficult to continue to use the word we. Our class was completely separated, and using the word we to describe our collective experiences would really just be a guess that mine were the same as all of yours. An unfair assumption, considering that we were learning in different places, surrounded by different people, stacked with a pile of completely different responsibilities, and really in completely different mindsets regarding how we would handle this unprecedented circumstance. So, I asked some of you a few questions. First, about your favorite memories. Some of you said that your favorites involved pep rallies and assemblies that you felt connected the students to the school and encouraged a strong sense of school spirit. Others remember winning districts in basketball, hanging out with their theater troupe before shows, marching during football games, or performing with the choir. For some, the unmatched thrill of winning your games or the simple joys of seeing your friends during class is what you'll carry with you the most. With all these various memories, of course, came different challenges. For myself, and I'm sure many of you, virtual school and adapting to a completely new way of learning was among the largest. I know that I found it difficult to accept the fact that our high school experience would be nothing like the movies. Some of you faced the challenges of learning to wake up on early mornings and keeping your grades up. A few said that the biggest challenge was just learning to grow up. Finally, and ultimately most importantly, I asked you all what the biggest lessons you learned were. Many of us learned that procrastination is your worst enemy, and that time management is crucial to success. Some people learn meaningful lessons about themselves, like what it meant to control your pride or to stop caring so much about other people's opinions of you. A lot of us learned extraordinarily important life lessons, like the ability to set realistic goals, not to take everything so seriously, or to simply stop and enjoy the small moments so that you're never taking your experiences for granted. While these challenges made getting here today exponentially more difficult for all of us, we now sit here with a newfound bond of shared adversity and proven strength. So, as we open this next chapter of our lives and we once again sit here not knowing what to anticipate and have no way of knowing how anything will play out, it's crucial that we take all of these memories, challenges, and lessons and use them to our advantage. I would like to leave you with these words by Dennis Waitley. Everything that is past is either a learning experience to grow on, a beautiful memory to reflect on, or a motivating factor to act upon.
Ladies and gentlemen, as our graduates prepare to receive their diplomas, we would once again remind everyone to remain seated during this time. Also, please refrain from excessive cheering, clapping, or celebrating, as each of our graduates have earned the right to have their name heard by everyone here this evening. Please do not leave until all the graduates have received their diplomas, so as not to distract from the seniors as they are being recognized. There will be ample time for you to share in the graduation celebration with your applause after all the diplomas have been presented. Dr. Rodriguez and members of the school board, it is my privilege to present to you for the presentation of diplomas the Grandview High School class of 2022.
Lillian Ruth Foster. Ashley Ariani Nunez. Erica Simmons. Keenan Allen Jones. Kyle Austin Connor. Luke Andrew Foster. Tamara Simone Apolloki. Rachel Leah Franklin. Daphne Juliana Gutierrez. Sarah Angelina Hartman. Joy Kathleen Keeler. Emma Rose Lewis. Taylor Chancida Lee. April Maldonado Hernandez. Brooklyn Renee Maltbia. Ren Miller. Philip Frazier Nelson Jr. Samantha Renee Overman. Jasmine Michael Pinier. Daniela Rojo. Roel Manolo Serian Iniguez. Sierra Joyce Smith. Claude James Williams. Dakota Admire. Johan Jimenez Aguilar. Julie Renee Alsbury. Jasmine Naziel Ariola. Ethan Patrick Laux. Maria Lucia Totten. Kaylin Boone. Naila Aaliyah Boyd. Savannah Hope McClurg. Raymond Isaiah McDonald. Mara Nicole Moore. Stephen Randall III. Kira Celia Reggie. India Marie Thompson. Janaya Elaine Bradley. Naya Ashay Royals. Brooklyn Elijah Brown. Deasia Monet Brown. Tamira Yvonne Brown. Ronee D. Brummett. Maxwell Nicholas Campbell. Janasia Ali Carrillo. Raymond Clay. Tamaria Lene Cobb. Shanice Janelle Cole. Charles Otha Collier III. Jaden Berrigan Conley. Christopher Connor. Zamaya Cootie. Kamaya Marie Davis.
Damaya Dawkins. Cherish Elizabeth Diamond. Latasia Ramaya Dickerson. Damaya Monet Donnell. Daviana Doran. Nori Janae Durham. Michael William Eberting. Ryan Alexis Echevarria. Giovanni Alexander Estrella. Michael Jason Tyrone Ewell, Jr. David Alexis Farias Alvaro. Malachi Alexander Fields. Olivia Fines. Malachi D. Flint. Marcos Para Flores. Michaela Marie Frost. Heaven Lee Gabauer. Nasiah Linnell Gant. Paola Garcia. Angel Lynn Gauss. Devin Gawain Goodlow. Leland James Graham, Jr. Lisbeth Guevara. George Anthony Gumby. Christian Jezreel Gurley. Rami Lee Hall III. Gabriel Menelik Hamilton. Heidi Marie Rose Hamilton. Forrest Elaine Harbor. Rachel Lorraine Harris. Danesha Lene Haynes. Jasmine Mie Haynes. Camille Brianna Hines. Cameron David Hodge. Xavion Huey. Estrella Marina Huesca. Sofia Huesca. Timothy Huffstetler. Christian Isaiah Hunt. Kosi Sach Uku John Ipama. Tiana Nichelle Ingram. Maurice Lamont Jennings, Jr. Caleb Michael Johnson. Jalen Jones. Taylor Nicole Jones. Tyson Jones. Ian Lander Kearney. James King. Nacia King. Diamani Renee Lee Lapsley. Zachary Long. Damian Lopez Avila. Hazel Marie Litch. Alexandria Michelle Macias Flores. Jamel Ewayne Martin Jr.
Marisol Martinez. Teresa Martinez. Alexis Marie McGee. Emily Medina Gonzalez. Dominic Mejia. Cynthia Mendoza Gomez. Cameron Denise Moore. Marilyn Rachel Montez Amaya. Amaya Faye Marie Moore. Joshua Moreno Aguilar. Amon Nevins. Patrick Jordan Nichols. Kenneth Nnamdi Nwoli. Lexi Marachi Nkeche Okoye. Aspen Brianne Osborne. Alexis Palomares. Kiara Miqua Parks. Christian Ahmad Patterson. Carlos Perez. Michaela Nicole Perry. Cartez Dyron Phillips. Sean Ray Phillips. Malia Sherelle Pickens. Jimmy Portillo. Dejanae Marie Posey. Francesco Proscio. Mac Charles Ratliff. Isis Gabriela Rincon Trejo. Lauren Elizabeth Rizzo. Mia Sage Roberson. John Dennis Rodriguez. Diana Carolyn Rosales Alvarado. Jorge Samuel Ruiz Bonilla. Albert Christopher August Ryan. John Sanchez Montiel. Joseph Santos. Daniela Marina Santos Marin. Diana Salcedo Baltazar. Alyssa Page Savage. Donovan Marcus Shane. Haley Yvonne Schreiner.
Caleb James Seeley. Justin Spears. Alexander W. Springer. Cameron Steck. Ayla Danielle Stepp. Quentin Dade Stoddard. Layla Aisha Strickland. Destiny Deanna Stewart. Desmond Lamont Taylor. Dominic Olenberg. Evan Michael Terry. Nick Thompson. Jermaine Jaquan Tillman Coates. Anaya Lene Todd. Anthony Morales Toledo. Christian Udy. Enid Eduardo Urbina Suarez. Carolina Vargas. Viridiana Vargas Arcos. Ricky Alex Velasquez Hernandez. Dominic Lee Walker. Thomas James Wallace. Marshall Latrice West. J.D. Mackay Weston. Lashana Eileen White. Journey Raylyn Wilson. Lorena Marie Wilson. Ernest Wilson Trist. Ryan Lewis Woodrome. Anaya Danae Woods. Malaysia Woodson. Kyle Andre Wright. Tasia Nicole Wright. Oscar Zavala. Brianna Elizabeth Zink. Elijah Neely. Ezra James Hyatt. Devon Edward Outley. Khalees Selena Reggie. Antavion Williams. Sandra Escobar Chavez. Alfonso Crane.
Erica Simmons, Senior Class President, please come forward for the turning of the tassel. Graduates, please rise.
Congratulations, class. We did it.
It is my pleasure and privilege to present to you the Grandview High School graduates, class of 2022. At this time, we ask for everyone to remain seated until all the graduates have completed the recessional. After the graduates have completed the recessional, we ask that family and friends head toward the exits, as the graduates will be dismissed shortly for you to greet, to take pictures, and to congratulate them. Congratulations.